Find out what happens when the Pandavas ignore and break a rule meant to be followed by all men. Hello dear viewers, welcome back to Katha Yogam. In the previous episode, the Pandavas heard the story of Draupadi's divine birth and learned about the grand Swayamvara being held in Panchala. Guided by Kunti, they finally decided to leave Ekachakra and begin their journey towards a new future. But before they could reach Panchala, a dangerous encounter awaited them on the banks of the sacred Ganga. That night, while others chose safety and waited for dawn, the Pandavas continued forward. And in the darkness ahead, Arjuna would come face to face with a powerful Gandharva.
Please take a moment of your precious time to subscribe to our channel. It costs you nothing, but your support will help us bring more captivating stories from the treasure trove of Indian epics to you.
Vaishampayana continued his narration in the court of Janamejaya. Leaving behind the village of Ekachakra, the Pandavas began their journey toward Panchala with Kunti beside them. Many Brahmanas were also travelling in the same direction, eager to witness the grand Swayamvara of Draupadi. Along the roads and forest paths, people spoke of the beauty of Draupadi's daughter and the difficult challenge that awaited the kings and princes gathered there. The Pandavas walked quietly among the travelling Brahmanas, still hiding their true identity. But though they wore the robes of simple Brahmanas, the strength and confidence of Kshatriyas could not remain hidden forever. As the journey continued, the travellers reached the banks of the sacred river Ganga. Night had already fallen. The moonlight shimmered softly upon the flowing waters, while the forest around them stood silent and still. The Brahmanas travelling along the path chose to stop there for the night. It was believed that wandering through forests and river banks after sunset invited danger from beings not of the human world. But the Pandavas did not stop. With Arjuna walking ahead, carrying a flaming torch, they continued forward through the darkness. At that very moment, a Gandharva named Angaraparna was nearby, joyfully wandering through the waters with his wife under the moonlit sky. Seeing humans move fearlessly through the river bank in the night, his mood quickly turned to anger. Angaraparna looked upon the Pandavas with displeasure. He declared that the night belonged to Gandharvas, Yakshas, Rakshasas and other celestial beings. Ordinary humans, he said, were forbidden from roaming such places after sunset. But Arjuna did not step back. He answered firmly that such rules applied only to ordinary men. The Pandavas, he said, were not helpless wanderers. They were warriors trained in celestial weapons and capable of protecting themselves against any danger that came before them. Angaraparna grew furious at Arjuna's confidence. What began as a warning soon turned into a battle. Filled with anger, Angaraparna attacked Arjuna. A fierce battle began on the banks of the Ganga. The Gandharva moved through the night with celestial speed, releasing powerful weapons and illusions. His shining chariot raced through the river bank like lightning. But Arjuna stood firm. With calm focus, he countered every attack. The clash between the warrior of heaven and the son of Pandu lit up the darkness around them. At last, Arjuna invoked the Agneya Astra. Flames burst forth with terrible force. The Gandharva's chariot was consumed by fire, and Angaraparna lay defeated. Arjuna seized him and brought him before Yudhishthira. Seeing the Gandharva defeated, Bhima stepped forward, ready to end his life. But at that very moment, Angaraparna's wife came running forward in fear and sorrow. She pleaded with the Pandavas to spare her husband. Yudhishthira looked upon the defeated Gandharva and chose mercy over anger. He said that a warrior who had already been defeated and seeking mercy should not be killed. Hearing these words, Bhima stepped back and Angaraparna was freed. The Gandharva looked upon the Pandavas with new respect. He had faced many warriors before, but few possessed both strength in battle and wisdom in victory. After being released, the Gandharva's anger slowly faded. He praised Arjuna's skill in battle and admired Yudhishthira's sense of righteousness. No longer seeing them as ordinary travelers, he understood that these were men destined for greatness. But the defeat still weighed heavily upon him. His old name, Angaraparna, reminded him of the chariot that had been destroyed in battle by Arjuna's weapon. Ashamed that a human warrior had defeated him, he chose to leave that name behind. Using his celestial powers, the Gandharva created for himself a magnificent new chariot adorned with precious stones, shining jewels, and many brilliant colors. Because of that wondrous chariot, he came to be known as Chitraratha. The hostility between them slowly disappeared and friendship took its place. During their conversation, Chitraratha shared important advice with the Pandavas. He explained that kings and warriors should never walk their path without the guidance of a wise priest. Strength alone was not enough to protect a kingdom. Wisdom and sacred guidance were equally important. He then spoke of a noble sage named Dhaumya, a learned and disciplined rishi known for his deep understanding of sacred duties. Chitraratha advised the Pandavas to seek him out as their chief priest before proceeding further toward Panchala. The Pandavas listened carefully. In the days ahead, they would approach Dhaumya with respect and request him to become their Purohit to guide them, and Dhaumya would accept them gladly. As the conversation continued, Chitraratha repeatedly addressed Arjuna by another name, Tapatya. Arjuna grew curious and asked why he was being called so. Chitraratha then revealed that the Kuru dynasty descended from Tapati, the radiant daughter of Surya, the sun god. Long ago, he said, Tapati had married King Samvarna, and from their lineage, the mighty Kuru race had arisen. The Pandavas listened intently. For the first time, they were about to hear the ancient story of their ancestor who was born to the mighty sun god. The night by the Ganga had changed much for the Pandavas. What began as a battle had become a moment of learning, friendship, and revelation. Before they continued their journey to the Draupadi Swayamvara, they would first hear the story of their own bloodline, a story connected to the sun god himself. Who was Tapati? How did she meet King Samvarna? And how did their union give rise to the mighty Kuru dynasty? In the next episode, we journey into an ancient tale of love, destiny, and divine blessing.
If you appreciate our work, please like and share this video with your friends and family. Subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to get notified when we upload a new episode.